Off-road racing is really interesting compared to other motorsports. Other motorsports, you'll go out and you'll do a drag race or 4 or 5 of them, or you'll go out and do a timed race in the road racing stuff for maybe a half hour. Off-road racing is a million drag races or 50 hours of road racing non-stop. Hernquist Motorsports runs Honda K24 motor platforms in both of our race cars. It's not normal for off-road racing to run these Honda motors, even though they're worldwide renowned as one of the best motor platforms for a 4-cylinder. Off-road racing's really, really hard on engines and transmissions and other things. About 5 years ago, we were using what everybody else was using as like the best synthetic oils and lubricants, and we lost 2 motors in a row. And they were both bearing failures and they were lubrication failures, and I just couldn't get my head around why we continued to have problems with it. Our oils couldn't hold up. We were struggling, we were putting additives in, they just didn't hold up to what we were doing. We started looking around for options, and it was really interesting. We stumbled across an all-American family-owned business in the United States from 1839 called Schaeffer's Oil. And Schaeffer's Oil specializes in industrial, ag, and racing application lubricants. They make the best. We put it in our race car motor, and the first time we went to race, we raced the Baja 1000, and we got done with the race, and the oil looked pretty good. And our motor builder was like, oh, we don't have any problems with the bearings this time. Great. Interesting. Same with the transmission. No real lubrication problems. We've been racing off-road racing for over 30 years. Some other forms of racing also, but we are always looking for the next best thing. We had to find someone who was willing to invent, explore, try things, and do things other than normal Honda builders. And we ran into a gentleman by the name of Hector Lozano, who is the owner and motor builder for Lozano Performance.
My name is Hector Lozano. I am the CEO of Lozano Performance. We build Honda engines for all applications, whether it's street, drag, or even off-road use as of about a year ago. So this engine is a K24. It's a Class 5 engine, so the class is open as long as it's not bigger than a 2.5 and is naturally aspirated.
We were talking with Schaeffer's, had good luck with them. So we ended up taking this motor, pulling it out of the race car, and taking it to our engine builder, Lozano Performance, so we can all see what really this thing looks like.
So right here, this lobe right here, there's no wear. Even though it's been in VTEC plenty of times, there's no scorching, there's no, no type of crucial wear. The middle lobe is usually the one that gets the most wear as far as like high RPM. These, they just, that's the primaries. And then the roller rockers have no pitting, so it's like perfect. The rolling up aspect of it is beautiful. Yeah, Bill could have ran this thing again and no problem. Every time we do a teardown, we have plenty of vital parts that can wear down, can break.
I'm no motor builder, but I've been around motors long enough to know that, when after a race, or after a couple races, the bearings are usually scored and hot and discolored, and these bearings in this Baja 1000 winning motor look brand new. They still had the original coating on them. I was blown away by that.
So these are the cradle bolts. So yeah, right here you don't see any kind of like high wear, where the oil gets cooked. This is a big pressure point. So if you don't have good oiling, this is definitely one of those things where it's a problem. This right here, this shows all the, the wear. It's not too beat up. It doesn't have anything that you could feel with your nail.
As we got into it, we started realizing over the course of 2 or 3 years that our motors, when they came apart, our engine builders were pleasantly surprised and reporting back to us that the bearings and all the wear surfaces looked great. Our transmissions, all of a sudden, were lasting longer.
Look at that. Sheesh. That is the best looking main bearing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious right now. So yeah, so those mains are, that's insane. And usually the mains are the ones that take the beating.
How many races do we have on that motor?
2 races.
2 races.
Yeah, 1,500 miles. 1,500 miles, usually the bearings don't look like that. And me as an engine builder, this is good because then I can be like, Bill, I don't even have to send your crank out. You know, I can just, you know, just look at it, clean it up. I'll send it out to just get checked if it has cracks, but we don't need to machine it. We don't need to do none of that, you know. For what this application is and what we're running, now I would run Schaeffers instead. I've never seen that ever in my life. Like, these bearings were just beautiful. The first coating wasn't even off of them. Like, there was nothing that would show that it was had an oiling problem at all. These Honda engines, I probably can't tell you how many I've torn down. I've torn down hundreds of motors. I'm new to Schaeffers, and this was actually a very good test for me because I can put all my trust in Schaeffers oil now. I can put them in the car again, or on the same engine again. I'll do another 1,000 miles with that engine if I really, you know, if it came down to it.
It is absolutely a great product. And what they tout, that their products are the best, is true. Our cost of racing started coming down because I didn't need to start replacing a lot of these parts that we were replacing on more frequent intervals as we did when we started using Schaeffer. And I really didn't believe it at first. We race races like the Baja 1000, the Baja 500, the Vegas to Reno, the Mint 400, and one of our favorite races is called Nora's Baja. Nora's a really interesting race. It's 6 days, it's a rally raid format. It is about 300 or 400 miles of racing and 200 miles of transit each day, just like the Dakar. It starts in Ensenada and ends in Cabo, and it is absolutely one of the most amazing, hard, complicated, technical, satisfying, amazing things in Baja, in racing. And we have had the pleasure and the great luck to have won it 6 times in class. We've finished top 5 overall 4 of those times, and we've podiumed every other time we've been. So in the 10 years we've done the Nora Baja, it has really been a huge, great thing. Plus, more importantly, it allows us the opportunity to look at the car, look at the motor, look at the transmission, check the fluids, see what we're doing every day, which we don't have the opportunity to do when racing the Baja 1000. Surprising during the race, we didn't use 1 quart of oil. We didn't add any oil to our race car motor this year. You know, Schaeffer's oil has become a absolute integral part of our race car team. I won't do it without them. I won't buy other oil. I won't accept other oil for free. I will only go racing with Schaeffer's oil from here on out.